fully
ladder. I went from contract staff to junior staff, from junior staff to senior staff, from senior staff to management staff in a space of just 2 years. In a space of just 2 years. And this was a company that I met some people as senior staff. Like I came in and I met some people in the company as as senior staff. And okay, I should record this. Okay, sorry about that. I see. Anyways,
Recording
so
in
I
progress.
came in and I met a couple of persons in the company as senior staff, but somehow I was able to work my way up the corporate ladder, and somehow I became, a management staff at the company. My salary was upgraded as well. I remember when I joined the company, I was actually earning 15,000 naira a month. My first 2 months, they didn't pay me salary, but I didn't have any problem with that because I was really obsessed about learning. After that first 2 months, they started paying me 15,000 naira. And those of us who are Nigerians, you know how much 15,000 naira. You know the value of 15,000 naira. It was so bad that even my mom used to give me like a whole lot of pressure. She used to pressure me a lot, my Igbo friends, you guys know what I mean. If you have Igbo parents. My mom used to always pressure me, always pressure me that it will be like the 15,000 naira job you want to do for the rest of your life. You are a graduate, for goodness sake. Is it 15,000 naira job you want to do? Always pressuring me that what moves are you making to apply for better job? What moves are you making? On one of those occasions when she did that, I responded to her and I told her, I said, can you just allow God to do what he wants to do for me in this company? And she finally let go of it and she just allowed everything be. Fast forward a couple of months down the line, that was when everything started looking up and the promotions started coming in and all of that. By the time I had gotten to management staff, and how many of us here have a 9-to-5 job? Please type it in the comments. Type job. How many of us here have a 9-to-5 job? Type job. Type job. And what about those of us who have been promoted? You have a 9-to-5 job and you have been promoted at your 9-to-5 job before. Type promote. Let me know how many of us are on the same table. Type the word promote. See, Favor has been promoted. Mohammed, you are not jobless in Jesus' name. You cannot be jobless. Promote. You see, so the thing about being promoted at a 9-to-5 is, especially when you get to like top management level, when I was promoted to management, people that I used to call my friends, people who I used to call my friends, that's the thing about, enviable blessings. You know what I mean by enviable blessing. When God blesses you in an enviable way, it tends to turn friends to enemies. And that was exactly what happened. It turned my friends into enemies. For those who are not hearing in the comments, please can admins attend to them, just direct them on what to do, So I was saying, my friends turned enemies, and long story short, I was framed and I was kicked out of the company. That happened in 2018. July 2018, I can never ever forget in my life. 15th of July 2018 was the rock bottom day of my entire life. Because I'm sure those of us who have a 9-to-5, you don't go to work expecting to lose your job, Abby. When you go to work, do you expect to lose your job that day? Of course not. That day when I went to work, I was eating Indomie in the morning. I remember very well. I was eating Indomie that morning, and they didn't allow me to finish eating my Indomie before they came to me and told me that they are calling me in the manager's office. Only for me to go there and there was a white envelope waiting for me. As soon as I saw it, I just knew that they were about to cut off my enemy's head, not me. And that was how they gave me the letter. And Somebody is saying, what's a 9 to 5? Okay, a 9 to 5 job is a day job, like a day job. You get somebody who has a job. Maybe you're working as a pharmacist, or you're working as a manager, or a salesperson, or a receptionist. That's a 9 to 5 job. So that was how I lost that particular job. Now, this was somebody who had not saved a single penny. I was a management staff. In my mind, I felt I was living the life. I was a management staff. I was already earning like 213K a month at that particular job. But I had not saved a single penny from my salary. So I had lost the job. I had no money. I had no savings. The only thing I had to my name was skill. Two skills. That's what I had. And the first among those skills was graphics design. The second one was motion graphics. I mean, if you know what motion graphics is, that's all those like video animation, those kind of thing. That's what I had, video animation skill. So the following morning, I woke up, and of course, that was the following morning after I lost the job. Yes, of course, and I also had a Samsung phone. somebody is here, and he has been following, So motion graphics is like animation, video animation, That was one of my skills. So when I woke up the following morning, I had to start thinking, like I was clueless. Like, what do you do after you lose? By the way, I didn't have a CV because that job I didn't apply for it, so I don't even have a CV that would say I want to go and apply for another job. So I now had to start thinking, and I was really in pain at that point in time because when your friends when your friends gang up against you, it has a way of working in your mind, and so I was really in pain that period. So that morning, I remember I went to church. That morning, and I just lay down at the altar, and I stayed there quietly. I didn't say a word. I was just there for 2 hours. Now, the reason why I went there was because I was lost. Honestly, I was lost. I didn't know which direction to go. So I went there to really ask God for direction. And in about 2 hours after staying there, the church was empty. It was a weekday. I've been fired. I don't have a job. So it was a weekday. And I was just lying down there, and while I was lying down there, 2 questions came to my mind. The first question that came to my mind was, what will you do now? What will you do now? The second was, what can you do? So what happened now was, this was me with only 2 skills to my skill set, or to my skill bank. And I was in a church where people actually know me in my church because I'm in the choir. I'm a choir boy, ladies and gentlemen. Born and raised. So people know me in my church. So if I decided that I wanted to start begging people for money, if I decided I wanted to become a victim of circumstance and, start asking people, I just lost my job and, I don't really have anybody to turn to, can you help me? Anything that you have, please, just help me. Even if it's 2K that you have, can you just help me with that 2K? So I would just subscribe. Please, just help me. I could have done that. That was one of the options. I could have done that. Or the second alternative was take responsibility. And that was a harder alternative, of course, but I decided to take that one. And so in the process of taking responsibility, I had to ask myself, what can I do? So that's where the question came. What can I do? What can I do? And look at what happened as a result of that. Excuse me. So as a result of that, the question started raising ideas inside my mind. Listen, guys, I know why I'm sharing this with you, because sometimes you're going to come across certain opportunities, even beyond this webinar, you are going to come across different opportunities. And you will find out that the person who is going to ask themselves that question is what defines people in the moment. What can you do? What can I do? And so in that moment, the idea came, offer your skill. Somebody should type the word skill in the comments. How many people here have a skill? If you have a skill, type the word skill in the comments. What can I do? The answer was offer your skill. The answer was offer your skill. And immediately, it just became clear to me, what to do. But the problem was, I am an otondo. Now, when nobody has worked with you before, everybody sees you as an otondo. So they don't want to work with somebody who has no track record. How do you now go from Mr. No Track Record to track record? How do you now go from that point to a point where people will want to work with you and not just want to work with you, but they will also want to pay you, right? I'm sorry for those who don't understand the word otondo. It means beginner. A beginner. That's what otondo means in Nigeria. It means beginner, right? Some people don't want to work with you when you're a beginner. So it was difficult for me, but I had to ask myself, what can I do? The question kept coming up. Okay, so I'm an otondo. What do I do? So that's when another idea came. The idea that came was offer the skill for free. Offer the skill for free in exchange for social capital. For those of us asking, but I don't have a skill. You will learn a skill. Thank God you are here. You will learn not just one, not two, not three, not four, not 5, 10. If you think I'm joking, just wait until the end. You will see what I mean. So I now asked myself, what can I do since people don't know me? And the answer was clear. I will have to offer this thing to people in exchange for social proof or social capital. Social proof is that thing, there's that credibility. That's when people have worked with you before, what you now show people, that moment when you want to do a job for somebody, the person now say, can I see some of your work before? What you show them is social proof. What you show them is your track record. What you show them is your portfolio. That's your social capital. And so how I was able to get that social capital was by offering my skill for free in exchange for it. You see, another way I was able to also build my own authority online was by offering my knowledge, because with knowledge comes skill. My skill came as a result of my knowledge. So I was able to also teach that thing that I knew in exchange for even more social capital. This is literally how anybody can create money out of thin air instead of begging. Can somebody type it in the chat? And please don't type it if you don't mean it. I will never beg again. Type it in the chat. This is not a prayer. This is not crusade ground. Type it in the chat only if you mean those words. I will never beg again. Do you know that whenever I have a need, the house I'm staying in, this house you are seeing here, look at the background. This is not Nigeria. This is United Arab Emirates. I wish I can raise my laptop and take it outside so you will see. This house, my rent per month is close to 800,000 naira a month. If I were to, say for example, if I were to throw that across 12 months, how much would you say is my yearly rent? Meanwhile, they even told me the day before yesterday that they want to increase my rent again to 900 plus. Okay, of course not. Because whenever an expense comes, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do in order for me to meet that need. The reason why I told you to say that you will never beg again is because now you are here. So you will now know what to do in order to meet every need that comes up in your life. How many of you would like to have the ability to wake up in the morning and you know exactly what to do to put 500,000 naira in your account, or to put 500,000, what's your currency? I don't know, CFAs, right? CFAs in your account, or CDs, or Ghana CDs, or US dollars, right? How many of you would love to have that ability? You wake up in the morning, you know exactly what to do to put that amount of money inside your bank account. That's where I'm coming from. When you hear the word, I will never beg again, that's where I'm coming from. When I went back to Nigeria after I got my 3 years residency in Dubai. I went back to Nigeria for about 2 weeks. Meanwhile, when I left this country, I had 50,000 naira in my bank account. No jokes. I wish I can rewind it or maybe show some kind of proof. I had 50K in my bank account. Of course, this doesn't mean I'm poor. It's just that there was no money in my account. That's just what it meant. Meanwhile, I had to raise my rent. My rent being close to 900,000. So in my mind, I'm like, instead of thinking, instead of thinking, who will I meet, or who will I ask, or who will I beg? Instead of thinking like that, I asked myself the same question that saved me when I lost my job. The same question that helped me to build a business that has now done more than $120,000 in the last 2 years. The same question, what can I do? Is anybody getting this thing? I love the fact that you are proclaiming this thing in the chats, and I hope you mean it, because if it's not just for you to come here and be typing, I will never beg again. And then after this class, you go and meet your brother or your in-law for money for subscription. Don't do that. Don't do that. Always start by asking yourself that one question: what can I do? See, even when there is no money in your bank account, even when there's no money in your bank account, you see that question, what can I do? That question opens up possibilities. You see, there are some people who, when they see opportunities, you know what actually happens in their mind? They measure their ability to take advantage by what they have. And so they think, oh, there's no money in my account, so this is not for me. That's the way natural human beings think. They think, this thing, it's not for me because I don't have the money for it. That's the way the people will think naturally. But you are not natural. I will go ahead and I will say that you here right now, you're not natural, because from now on you'll be doing something different. And what you will be doing is you will be asking the one question that opens doors when other people are using their mouth to close doors. And that's the question of, what can I do? What can I do? Type it in the chats. What can I do? Forget about how much you have in your account right now. Type it in the chats. What can I do? What can I do? You see this question, the moment, whether you want to say it in English or you want to say it in Pidgin, you can say, wetin I fit do, or what can I do, or wetin man go do. Anyhow you want to say it, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, because it's the question that opens possibilities. It's the question that opens possibilities. I just started a project recently. I set up a committee. We're working towards my PASS 2.0 workshop. How many of you here have gone through the PASS framework? You know what I'm talking about. We're working on PASS 2.0 workshop, and our target for that particular workshop is $450,000 at launch. At launch. This one is not that we have started selling officially. I mean, the day that we open the shop and say, oh yeah, we have opened shop, by that day, we will have pulled in $450,000. Does that scare you? The number I mentioned just now, does it scare you? If it does, then you still need to work a little bit on this thing that we're talking about. Because the only way for me to be confident enough to say that this is our target is because I've already asked myself the question, what can I do? And so I know exactly what to do in order for me to hit that target. You guys do. I wish you people understand what I'm saying. I really wish you do. I really wish you do. It will help you outside this webinar. This is stuff that will help you generally in life, everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, where people are using mouth to close up doors to themselves, you are using your words to open up possibilities by asking the right questions. What can I do? And so, fast forward till 2020, I started my affiliate business. And so when I started the business, let me still fast forward because of time. I struggled for a while in my affiliate business because I was doing the wrong things at the very beginning. So I was trying to do tactics, strategy, and all of that stuff. You know how we went to school? Many of us here are graduates. If you're a graduate here, type graduate, because I want to say something that only graduates understand. So those of us who are graduates, you know that when you're in school, especially if you did not graduate as first class, I graduated with second class lower. That's the one they call 2-2. I finished with 2-2. So it was people like us. It was people like us that when they give us assignments in school, we will be the ones to wait until the day we are supposed to submit the assignment. Then we will now go to class like 30 minutes to 40 minutes earlier, or even 1 hour earlier than the lecturer is supposed to come. So once we reach class, we will now start looking for who has done the assignment. And so we will now get the thing and we will copy. We will copy. That's it, right? How many people have done that? Don't lie. Don't lie. If you lie now, Zoom will remove you from this meeting by automation. People have done it. See, Mr. David. So, see, see me confessing. You know, I used to copy well, even in the exam hall. I used to copy very, very well when I was in school. I used to copy. You know, so that was how I started my business, with that same copy mentality. And for a while, for a long time actually. Oh, sorry, you couldn't join us till the end, Maureen. We will miss you. Anyway, so that was how I started my business, and I struggled for a long time as a result of that. Only for me to later realize that was the problem. And so when I did, I changed. You know what it means to change the narrative? It means to change your strategy. You change what you are doing. And so I changed what I was doing, and I became committed to my growth. And the first month, that was July 2021. I can never forget. July 2021. So the moment I became very serious with my business, that same month, I made my first $500,000 in Naira. I made my first $500,000 of 520,000. I made that month. By the time I saw that result, like, by the time I saw it, that was when I saw that it was like there was so much potential in this online business. Like, there was so much potential in making money online. I said, I don't want to use the word "we die" here. I don't want to use the word "we die" here, but I almost said it. I said, we live here. So I became extremely focused on my business from that very day. And fast forward another like extra 90 days down the line, I had already crossed my first 1 million. Crossed my first 1 million, I felt like I was unstoppable. By the way, how many of us here, I don't know whether you will confess, but how many of us here have actually done over 1 million in their currency, in their local currency? Just type million. You don't have to fear. I mean, nobody's going to come and look for you in your house. Just say it. You can just type million. In your local currency, you've been able to do at least 1 million. So if you're on that table, then you can relate when I say that the first million is usually always the hardest million. Once you cross the first million, the rest is piece of cake. Inevitable. The rest is inevitable. In fact, the second is inevitable. For example, after my first million, it took me this is something that took me like 4 months to achieve. It took me only 35 days to get the second. My second came 35 days later. Excuse me. My second came 35 days later. 33 days after the second one, the third came. Don't worry. If you are here, you've not made your first million. That's why you are here. That's why you are here. You will make it. You will make it. Be very careful about the conversations you have with yourself. Oh, guys, be very extremely careful about the conversations you have internally with yourself. With yourself. Maggie, don't say that. Don't say that. That might be the current status, but that is not your reality. Your reality is whatever you say it is. I wish I can go deep on this thing. You guys might even, your head can even start to explode. But I won't go too deep on it. But what I can tell you is that whatever you see right now is not your reality. Your reality is whatever you think it is. I want you to think of something. If you think I'm lying, I want to give you an example now. I want you to think of this. God is the creator of everything. Whether it's on the Muslim side, there is a God, right? And God is the creator of everything. When God created heaven and earth, how did he do it? Do you remember? Well, our Bible scholars, how did he do it? Let there be light. Was there light before he said it? No. But he said, let there be light. And what happened? What happened? He spoke and it became. If you people understand what I'm saying, he spoke and it became. Because God is the master of all creation, he knows how to manifest creation instantly. He's the master. Hello. And so the moment he said it, he made it happen instantly. Whenever creation manifests instantly, you guys that are Christians, you know what I'm talking about. Those are called instant miracles. Whenever it does not manifest instantly, whenever it manifests later on, what is it called? It's called prophecy fulfilled. Everything that happens in your life is either an instant miracle or a prophecy fulfilled. The prophecy can depend on what you tell yourself about who you are and where you will be. I don't know if you people understand what I'm saying. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm saying. This thing is deep. It is deep. You create your life from the inside out. The life that you want, that result, that your $1,000 that you're looking for, that your $10,000 a month that you're looking for, it is created from the inside out. I was already a super affiliate, okay? I was already a super affiliate before I became a super affiliate. I'm just telling you straight up. That's just the truth. It's just the truth. And I can see the comment by D. Don't worry, we're getting straight to it. Now, I'll tell you the reason why we have to talk about these things. Because this is not the first webinar that you are attending. D, and I'm talking to you straight right now. I don't know if you're male or female, but is this the first webinar that you're attending? Yes or no? I know the answer is going to be no. You don't even need to respond. Guys, I'm even asking everybody in the house right now. Is this your first webinar ever? Is this your first webinar? There are very few people here. Probably like less than 20 people here who are just attending a webinar first time. And so if you had come in here, and I'm still talking to D right now, if you had come in here and I went straight to what I have for you, if I went straight to what I have for you, do you think that you would have gotten a different outcome from what you're already used to? Do you? This is not your first webinar. You've attended several webinars that other people have attended and their lives changed because they attended those webinars. But yours didn't. And now you're here. I cannot go straight to the point. Because of that reason, I want you to get the maximum results from being on this webinar, and that's why I didn't go straight to the point from the beginning. But we are going to go in now because I've prepared your mind. If at this point you are still thinking small, then you need to save your data and get the hell out of this webinar. If you are also one of those people who think that you will become the millionaire in your family for free, let me also give you a big heads up. It will not be for free, so you can also leave. We're about to start. We're about to go into what we are here for. So I'm just telling those people who are not supposed to be here, all right, to just take the exits. I'm trying to save you data. I'm trying to save you data, you understand? So we'll give you 1 minute silence for you to go. So, but if you're still here right now, it means that you are committed to your growth. You are looking for more. Maybe you have a job, but you want more income. You want more income. You feel like you are not having enough. You feel like it's not enough. Otherwise, why are you here? That's what we are here for, right? Now, let's go straight into it. The simple online business model that can generate literally anyone their first $10,000 online. Personally, the same business model has generated me $121,000 online. So I don't want to say 100 and something. If I say 100 and something, maybe you might think, it's not possible. So let's start with something achievable. In fact, we didn't even say 1,000. The first $1,000 online. I mean, think about it. What would $1,000 do for you? An extra $1,000 in your business or in your finances? What would it do for you? Will it help you pay your rent, or will it help you pay your bills? Many of us will have bills. So all these loan apps, while they are looking for you all over the place. Loan apps. Oh God. Yeah. Listen, guys. If you don't attack your problem, it will keep attacking you. That's just the truth of the matter. It will keep attacking you. So let me tell you now about this simple online business model. You have heard of it before. It's just that in one way or the other, maybe you did not understand it properly, or you were not given the right orientation, or maybe you were not giving the right information, okay? Maybe you were not giving the right information, but in some cases, because I've had several people who complain about such things, you know? Now, I want you to think of this. I want to give you a scenario, 2 scenarios. Let me look for what I used to illustrate. Okay, maybe I will use this. Maybe I'll use this. Yeah? And then I'll use my phone as the second thing. All right, so this is Mr. Buyer. Let's call this a buyer. And let's call this a seller. Now, this person has a problem that this person can solve. I hope you guys are following. This person has a problem that this person can solve. Now, if I, as a middleman, I know this person that has the problem, and I also know the person that has the solution, I decide, okay, let me connect these 2 people together. And so when there's a transaction between them, I can now make some money from it. How many of you have ever done that before? Don't tell me no, because you've done it. You've recommended something to someone in one way or the other. You've recommended let's see this person say you sell it for $1,000. I promise you like money. You've recommended something before. You've recommended a book. You've recommended a fast food. You've recommended which other thing again? You've recommended movies. You've recommended so many things. Everybody, in one way or the other, you have been existing within the connected economy. The only thing is that you've not been making money from it, whereas some people, like me, have made a lot of money from it. And not just me, a lot of people too, right? You see, Mr. Olani, he says he has done this with real estate before. You've seen those guys who sell like Revolution Plus people, even what's the name of Stephen Akintayo's real estate company? I'm trying to remember. Stephen Akintayo. Many of us know Stephen Akintayo now. The thing is just at the top of my head. GTExt. Thank you, Dr. Michael. GTExt. You've seen those guys who usually post about GTExt online. Is it because they love GTExt they are posting? No, it's not why. It's simply because they have something to gain by connecting buyers of real estate to where they want to go and buy at GTExt. And so when they buy at GTExt, they are going to make what they call a commission. That is it. A simple business model that has paid more than $12 billion since inception. Amazing, isn't it? It started outside of Africa. It's been in existence since 2009, even before that. But officially, people started making it online with it somewhere around 2009. And then we had platforms like ClickBank come up abroad, overseas. We had platforms like Commission Junction. All those big platforms came up. And before you know it, what those platforms did was they created an avenue for buyers and sellers to meet and do transactions. That's what they did. They created a venue for people, buyers and sellers, to meet for transaction purpose. And when you are the person who facilitates that transaction, when you are the one who gets, to recommend the solution to the people who are looking for it, you're always going to make money. The seller is also going to make money. Right? You see some people now, they are saying, they are doing this thing, but they don't know. That is what you're doing. Let me tell you what it's called. It's called affiliate marketing. It is called affiliate marketing. Let me give you another example. A friend of mine, she's based in the UK now, right? When we met, it was through Facebook. She sent me a DM on Facebook, and she said she works with Facebook and excuse me. She says she works with Facebook, and Facebook pays her on contract basis, okay? That Facebook pays her on contract basis to basically train people and all of that. That she just wants to train on my community if I would be interested in doing that. And so I told her, I said, okay, but I have a question for you. She said, what is it? I told her, what are you going to gain from this thing? I mean, this training you want to come and train now, what are you going to gain from it? And so she told me that her own gain is she makes money per head. I hope you guys are listening. That she makes money per head for everybody she trains. That's the reason why she prefers to go and train communities instead of individuals. Because community has what? Numbers. And with numbers comes more money. So I told her, interesting. So now that I know what you are gaining from it, what is my own share? Me, I'm an Igbo man before uncle. So actually I said, what's my own share? And so she said, what do I want? I said, I'm not a greedy person. Just tell me what you can actually give me for each person that you train on my community. And so she told me she will pay me 200 naira per head. I said, okay, that's a fair deal. He says Igbo sense. I said, yeah, okay, that's fine. That's a fair deal. And so we struck the deal. And I told her, let's do a test. And we did. My community, the people who showed up were not so many. We had about, I think, total of 300 to 400 people who attended the training. Meanwhile, I was entitled to 200 naira per head. So at the end of the day, if we had like 400 people who attended, let's do the maths on that. So 400 people. This was the first money I made by connecting trainers to trainees, times 200. Yeah. So that was 80,000 naira. 80,000 naira, the easiest 80,000 naira that I ever made in my entire life. It's not much money, but when it's free, it's sweeter. Can you guys relate? Don't you guys relate? When it's free, it's sweeter. Because I didn't do anything. All I did was, I just said, oh yeah, come and train. Finish. And 200 per head. So the moment that money hit my account, there was something it did to me. Like I said, see, you see this thing we have like this, I want to connect you to more people. Free money is sweet. I said, I want to connect you with more people. If I continue like that, will we maintain our arrangement? She said yes. I said, oh yeah, no problem. And that was how I introduced her to my billionaire mentor. I introduced her to him. Meanwhile, this is someone who has a community. This is someone who has a community of thousands of people. I introduced her to him, and before you know it, like 2 or 3 hours later, we had concluded. He said, no problem. Oh yeah, come and train. She is free now. And she came. And guess what happened? We did the training on his platform, and we had a total attendance of 3,000. Please be punching calculator. 3,976 attendees. Punch it times 200. 3,976 times 200. How much is that? That was the easiest 795,000 plus I ever made in my life. And guess what I did? All I did was introduce her to where she can get what she wants. I connected 2 people together and I earned a commission. That's affiliate marketing. Is it not sweet? No, you think about it now. I didn't own the product. I was not the one who was supposed to train. She's the one that's training the training. My own is just to introduce her to who she will train. Since then, I didn't stop. Since then, I continued. I continued to introduce her to people for free money. Come and meet my friend. Oh, Yebola, meet her. Yebola, meet this person. So that's the thing. That's the way it works, right? That's the way this business model works. You, as an affiliate, are existing within the connected economy, and you are connecting buyers to sellers through what we call traffic generation. Oyebola is in the United Kingdom. She's based in the UK. She's studying in the UK now. You can check her out on Instagram. Her name is Oyebola Toyeshe. I don't used to lie. Go and check her. Don't disturb her in her DM. Her name is Oyebola Toyeshe, as pronounced. So, that's just the way it is. That's just the way this business model is. Now, there are several different ways you can make money as an affiliate. There are several different ways. By connecting buyers to physical products, by connecting buyers to digital products, that's information products. You know what information products are, right? Like ebooks, courses, videos, those kind of things. Information products. By connecting buyers to real estate, by connecting buyers to services, that's service providers. How many of us know Zoto? Although Zoto was an app, so that one is more of SaaS, like by connecting customers to a software. That's another way to make money as an affiliate, by connecting customers to a software. You get them to sign up for the software, or something like that, you earn your commissions. Also, you make money as an affiliate by connecting, which other thing again? Does anybody have any other example? Because I know some people's idea bar might be going high right now. You might be having some ideas on ways that you can actually make money as an affiliate, right? So there are so many ways you can monetize as an affiliate marketer. But the major thing that you need to understand is the structure. Connect buyer to seller, make an affiliate commission. Now, the money you make as an affiliate is not limited. That's the beauty of it. You are not involved in the delivery process. You're not involved in the customer care. You're not involved in the customer support. No. You are only connecting people. That's what you're doing. You're only connecting people. That's one of the beauties of it. How many of you would like to earn in US dollars? You know how the Naira is. Although the Naira has come down now, Sha. Naira has come down. The Naira was already on his way to 1,000. Like the way it was going, he was already heading without bricks. It was already running to 1,000. When I first came into Dubai, the exchange rate was 160. I came into Dubai 14th of May because I wanted to celebrate my birthday here. And the exchange rate was 160 to a Naira. Sorry, 160 Naira to a dirham. That's the Dubai currency is dirhams. They call it dirhams, right? So 160, that was what it was. And as at yesterday, exchange is 187. 187 Naira to 1 dirham. Between May and now. By the time I did my costing and my calculations, I realized that I was losing money by earning more money in Naira. Let's not even talk about savings. Like, you don't even want to be saving money in that currency. It's crazy. So the best thing that you can do is start by learning skills. Now, I want to outline the process for you, for those who want to earn in dollars. The first thing, because you cannot give what you don't have. It's one thing for you saying money in dollar. I want to earn in dollar. If you don't have what to offer the marketplace, money is offered in exchange of value. If you don't bring value to the marketplace, what exactly are you going to give them that will make them want to pay you in dollars, right? So it starts by building your capacity on the altar of skill. Learn high income skills. Learn high income skills. And the good news is, many of us here are going to get the opportunity to learn some of the high income skills that can start making you some very good amount of money in US dollars. How many people want to learn some high income skills? Type the word skill. I can list some of my own personal skill set. My skill set is very, very stacked. Maybe I wish I could even share my screen so you see what I did like an hour or two ago. I did a very nice graphic design like this. I have a graphic design. I told you guys now, when I started that time, one of the skills that helped my life was graphics design. I was offering that skill in exchange for 3,000 Naira. Like, I was charging people 3,000 Naira for them to give me jobs for graphics design. So graphics design has always been one of my skills. Up till now, it's still one of my skills. So now I don't really offer it again. I mean, why will I be doing graphics design for 3K anymore? So what I do instead is I use it to save money. So sometimes maybe my graphics guy is not available. I simply do it myself because I have the skill, right? So skills pay the bills. Somebody should type in the comments, skills pay the bills. 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 Yes, skills pay the bills. It's my reality.